actually, it was a challenge to film the whole movie because it was filmed in the refugee camps in Madrid, where there's an annual demonstration every year in November, and also it was done in the occupied territories of Western Sahara. The filmmaker Yarali and the audio specialist and the cameraman were here for a few days, and it was a big challenge because everyone who was not from the territory is put under surveillance all the time. So all foreigners are subjected to surveillance, very strict surveillance. They stayed at an activist's house for 3 days. On the fourth day, they were discovered, and the whole house was besieged. So it was a challenge how to get all the footage or the interviews that they conducted safely out of the territory, especially there they were like followed by secret police and civilian police and uniformed police, etc. The cameraman was so scared that he didn't want to stay any longer there. So we managed to sneak them out of the territory on board on a bus that was going to South Morocco, to Agadir, South Morocco. And the other challenge was, the first challenge was their safety first. The second challenge was how to get the whole footage out of the territory without being caught by the Moroccan police. So what they did, the cameraman hid it in his underpants, in his underwear, thinking that nobody's going to go that far to search his underwear. So that's how he escaped with the footage. This is actually a good question. Thank you so much. And I applaud actually your courage, because not every Moroccan can say what you just said. I believe our war, our battle is not against the Moroccan themselves, it's just against the regime, because we believe that the Moroccan people deserve better things from the monarchy. We also believe that they are victims just as we are. And so we don't really have anything against the Moroccans themselves. Just to be clear, we weren't able to show to screen the film in Morocco because there is censorship everywhere in Morocco. Whatever is against the regime, whatever is against the general point of view of the stand, it's censored, it's prohibited, it's banned. And there were so many problems now between the regime and some of the liberals in Morocco, like Ali Mrabel, like Ben Shamsi, like others, who expressed different views other than the one expressed by the regime itself. So there's always this problem of showing something that's not in favor of the Moroccan regime. And so we weren't really able to do it, but we still have the solidarity from some Moroccans, like Nadir Bohmouch, the one you saw in the film. He's a filmmaker based in California. There are also some others who expressed their wish to be on our side, like the Moroccan political party called Al-Najd Democrati, the Democratic Path. There are also the Moroccan Association for Human Rights, but still to show such a film in Morocco, that would be really a challenge. To tell you the truth, we have not dared to go that far and screen to Morocco, because we know as soon as we announce it, then the headquarters of that association or that political party will be besieged, will be banned, or even worse. We would love to show it or screen to Morocco if there is an opportunity or a window where we can do that, but only time will tell. Thank you so much for the question. Actually, Morocco invaded Western Sahara in 1975 after the Madrid Accord. And so Western Sahara was divided into two parts, the northern part taken by Morocco, the southern part by Mauritania. In 1979, after many attacks from the Polisario guerrilla fighters, Mauritania withdrew from the territory and recognized the Western Sahara Republic. Morocco claimed the part of Dakhla, southern Western Sahara, called Dakhla Rio. And so the war went on between the Polisario fighters and the Moroccan army. In 1991, under the auspices of the UN, Morocco, and under also the supervision of former Foreign Minister of the U.S., James Baker, there were rounds of negotiations where Morocco and the Polisario finally agreed in 1991 to sign the ceasefire and to organize a referendum that will enable Sahrawis to express themselves freely and partially about their fate and their destiny. So they laid arms to rest, and people start going through the identification process. But the Moroccan regime knew that it could not achieve its goals because it didn't trust the Sahrawis, and because it knew that all Sahrawis, or most of them, will vote for independence, because the referendum was the self-determination. So most of Sahrawis were determined to vote for the independence. So Morocco knew this, and so they brought 120,000 Moroccans from the north of Morocco, claiming to be Sahrawi descendants, and brought them to the Western Sahara and settled them in Laayoune, in Smara, in Boujdour, in Dakhla, which are cities in Western Sahara. And also this was another maneuver by the Moroccan regime to change the demographics in Western Sahara, where Sahrawis become a minority and the Moroccan settlers become a majority. So after this, the whole identification process was stopped or blocked because Morocco obstructed it, and also because it opposed it and said that it doesn't cover all the Sahrawis who are originating from the territory, especially after bringing all these 120,000 settlers. So it was a deliberate sabotage of the identification process that determines who has the right to vote as a Sahrawi. Then we started another rounds of negotiations between the Polisario and Morocco over the years, and there was another plan of James Baker, called James Baker II, which consists of autonomy for 5 years and then the referendum. Morocco opposed it, Polisario welcomed it, but it wasn't realized or achieved. And then another, especially envoy from the UN, took over, couldn't do anything. Then another one, and now we have Ambassador Christopher Ross, who is trying to come up with a solution, with a very innovative solution, whether it's confederation, whether it's a referendum, anything that might solve this stalled conflict or this stalled crisis. And so we still now undergoing negotiations between the Polisario and Morocco, and still no signs of a solution in the near future, even if the whole area now is boiling with extremism, with fanaticism, with other problems, but still the international community does not want really this problem to be solved, because it does not sit in the top of the agenda of the international community, of the UN, of the Security Council. Everyone is turning now to Syria, to Afghanistan, to Iraq, etc., but not to West Sahara. So unfortunately for the Sahara, they have to keep waiting and waiting. That's why we have the title of the film, Life is Waiting. Some of them live under Moroccan occupation, and some live in the southwest Algeria in the refugee camps, while we have a place called the Liberated Zone, Liberated Lands, where only we have few Bedouins, because there are a lot of landmines, and also there is no infrastructure. So most of the Sahrawis are either based under Moroccan control or in the refugee camps, where they suffer inundations, floods, suffer malnutrition, etc., etc. So we have an army in the Polisario camps that controls the Liberated Zone and also defends the refugee camps. So far we are going or abiding by the international law and the international legality, and also by the accords and the agreements that we signed with the Moroccan government and the auspices of the UN, and we still have faith in the international community to bring justice to the Sahrawis. I hope this satisfies you and is an answer to your question.